What is up, Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to another episode of Miss Marvel. Sorry, I forgot what show. This is the first week that we're not doing Kenobi because it ended last week, sadly, so I'm a little bit lost. Welcome to the stream. I am your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller. Today we're doing Miss Marvel. So, I've been looking forward to and dreading this a little bit all week. First of all, welcome to the stream, if I didn't say that already. Been dreading it in the sense that last week was not that great. Bit of a rough episode. We've still got halfway through the season to go. 3 episodes down, 3 to go. We're on episode 4 tonight. And I just hope that it's going to be better than last week. So we're going to find out. But most importantly, I'm just here to happy to be streaming again, hanging out with you guys. Another week down. We're halfway through the week. Got to get through today. A couple more days. We got a holiday weekend. So hopefully if you're out there, you're going to have a long weekend from work or business and being able to relax and enjoy something. Hopefully I'll be able to catch up on Umbrella Academy or The Boys or Stranger Things or really any show. I have no time. So this is the time that I get to watch shows is when I'm streaming with you guys. So it's my little getaway and I appreciate you for joining me. But we also want to thank you for joining us because we're doing something special with the Miss Marvel live stream. So if you want a chance to possibly win a $50 gift card, you have to enter. You have to be obviously participant in the chat. But every time you're actively in the chat, come by, say hello, hang out for a couple minutes. Your name gets entered into a drawing that will be revealed at the final finale episode, or it might be after the stream, where we'll be announcing a winner for a $50 Amazon gift card. So if you want to join in on that, make sure you're here, hang out with me for just a couple minutes, say what's up. But most importantly, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. That way you don't miss out on any special news, announcements, articles. Well, that's more of the social media stuff. But if you hit like and subscribe here, you won't miss out on any awesome videos, live streams like this. Russ has got a ton of new videos coming out. Ash has a ton of new videos coming out. I've got new videos coming out with my history of every single Saturday. Plus, I've got some other videos upcoming with like Thor Love and Thunder coming out and a bunch of other stuff, so you don't want to miss out on that. But like I was saying, if you don't want to miss out on any special articles, announcements, and news, make sure to follow us on social media at Nerdgenic. It's in that corner, this corner way over here. I'm pointing at it. It's above Kamala's head. Nerdgenic. And then hashtag it Nerdgenic Nation. We'll get it trending one day. But I'm super excited to be here. Happy to be watching another episode. Sit down, relax. I didn't grab a drink. Have a bottle of water over there, so it's okay. We'll be good. But I know General Kenobi and Hey Archer Nerd Affiliate are streaming also at this time. So if you happen to pop in, thank you so much for joining me. This episode, I didn't have any predictions last week, and to be honest with you, I still don't. There's been nothing that's crossed my mind about this show other than, God, I hope that it ends up being better than the last episode. So I guess we'll find out one way or another. But I think without further ado, I've wasted enough time. We did the pleasantries. We did the shaking the hands, kissing the babies. I think we should just go ahead and just jump right in. Sorry, just fixing my setup over here. Got all sorts of junk underneath me. Okay. So, cable management is a nightmare for us streamers. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to make the show full screen here on my end. Oh, I got to tell you how it works if you're new. So, if you're new to this stream, the way that it works is that I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. There's going to be an episode time code right up above me right there. Hey, how you doing? So, it's going to start counting, obviously, 1, 2, 3. You know how numbers work. And essentially, that's where I'm going to try and be as close to that number as possible when I press play in my episode. So if you press play around the same time I give that 3, 2, 1, go, in theory, we should be right around the same time as long as you stay close to that time code right up above my noodle. So hopefully we can, when I laugh, you laugh, assuming there are laughs. When I cry, you cry. I don't want to cry. But if we're going to cry, we're going to do it together. So I think without further ado, we should just go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and get this ball a-rolling. So I'm going to press play. Oh, sorry. I had a message. I'm going to go ahead and press play in 3, 2... Oh, I don't have my finger on the button. Does that... Okay. Everybody, fingers on buttons. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. And by the way, we do play the intros and all that stuff mainly for time's sakes and making sure that we're staying as close together as possible. And I need to find out what happened to the second bangle. I don't know if they're going to explain it or not. This is 100% going to be a road trip episode, though. That's what I feel like. I feel like this is going to be Kamala going to, I guess, India is what she said her grandma was in, or whoever this is. Yeah, there was some rough fights in the last episode. We've got quite the uphill battle. They make it seem like there was a lot more pressure and like high stakes in this recap than there actually felt during like the 30-40 minute episodes. So I felt a lot more urgency in that minute and a half video. Again, I feel like we're going on a road trip. I don't expect there to be a whole lot else, so we can learn all about the great grandmother and where she's at, because we don't know. But again, their biggest strength lies in the music so far, at least so it seems. I like how they just get on a plane and go. Like, the grandma was just like, oh yeah, you gotta come to India. Now the whole family's going, just like, no big deal? Or is this a flashback? Why are we airing our dirty laundry across this gentleman? What's this guy's deal? He just doesn't want to be part of it. So I take it that's the messages she's sending to her friend? They're not even close to landing yet, and everybody's up and out of their seat. I mean, I guess they're close, but not... And I said India earlier, it was Pakistan. Sorry. I realized my mistake. Hi. Nope. When are we gonna get to like the explaining of anything? Oh, what if she had the bangle? That would be crazy. Awkward. Bro, your family just comes and says what's up at the airport, and they're like, okay, I'll see you later. We're not actually going with you or picking you up, but I mean, it's a cultural difference. I don't know anything. I know nothing of Pakistan culture, so how am I supposed to know? Get your head back in there. Acting like she's some kind of dog. So Kamala's not wearing the bangle right now. I feel like I'm the only one that questions that on an episode by episode basis. Is she wearing it? Is she not wearing it? Doesn't even matter at this point. That was a long drive. She gonna get the one that secretly belonged to the great grandmother, has all the hidden secrets to all the things that we've been asking ourselves for 4 episodes. And here comes an explanation. Hopefully, something. That wasn't me. Oh. I feel like I need the other shoe to drop. Dude, she's still walking around Pakistan or something. She's still globetrotting. She's out there somewhere. She can take it off, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, how could he have gotten it through airport security, to be honest? Trail of Stars had something to do with the bangle. You brought me all the way to Pakistan. You insisted just to tell me this. Couldn't have just said it over the phone. Thank you? Do I say thank you? I don't know. What are we supposed to say to that? Exactly. Yeah, she's having hallucinations or she's just recalling. What's the deal with the cousins? If we just traveled from New York to Pakistan, do you want to just get up and do a bunch of stuff? Again, the music is what's really drawing me here. Am I the only one who's like completely lost at what's going on? Other than them just visiting family? Oh. Is that something that's spicy? I don't know. I'm sure that joke played great to people who understood it. Thanks, tour guide. Didn't you live here? Yeah, kind of. Are we gonna learn something from some just random person here? Like, again, I feel like this is definitely playing to the culture. And, like, it's great seeing another culture and, like, what... But what is the significance here, exactly? Does her shirt say New Jersey Avengers? I might say New Jersey Avenger Con. Is it gonna have like a ghost or something behind her? Very helpful. Totally, my man. Your descriptions are impeccable. They must have been impeccable enough because she still found it. She's gonna jump the fence, being the rebel that she is. Oh man, who was that? Who is this girl? Where'd Kamala go? Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Got a nice Ant-Man picture. Graphic art. The foot followed her. The hand? Someone? What is happening right now? Sorry, Mike. Got a little glitchy. This feels like a very strange... This kind of feels like an Assassin's Creed guy. Does anybody else? Nice catch. Just make them disappear. What's going on with these guys? Does she start some like weird like war? Okay, Terminator. It's cool, we're friends now. It took us 2 seconds of fighting and some quippy back and forth conversation, but let's be friends. I like how there's a Chinese restaurant. Is he a delivery boy? Please don't tell me he's a delivery boy. I feel like that's very stereotypical, even in Pakistan. Just like a speakeasy. The Red Daggers was founded by a grandma or something. It's very elaborate for being behind a Chinese restaurant. Here we go. Just needed a love triangle, didn't we? It's because it's hot and sour. Young pressure. Well, since you missed Obi-Wan, here's one for you.
Hello there.
Me too. Oh, they just did a national treasure thing on that. Why does it feel like they're trying to do like Black Panther in Pakistan? I think that might be Wakanda related. The purple side? Maybe? I feel like they're telling me stuff that should be important, but I seemingly don't care. I'm asking myself the same question. I'm just like spinning right now. I don't know what I'm supposed to keep up with. Come on, dude. If you're working in a maximum security prison and you didn't see any of this coming, there's gotta be a better method than just having them walk with their chained to pipes throughout the facility. For a supermax? Come on. Where'd they get the hot knife? Ooh. I like how there was like no alarm, nobody after them. They just basically just walked out of there. I hate those. Hate those. like the whole purpose of that um, conversation was oh, he sent a masked ninja and a dagger emoji. Could he be a little bit more on the nose? Where is this going? I feel like that would have made more sense for him to not say it in English. I don't know what's going on. I, what was the point of that? Other people in the world exist too? They have teenagers in Pakistan? What was the message here? Just got a whole like hammock bed. That's pretty cool. She also happens to have healing hands. Nailed it. I was trying to find my own way. It's one of those like I feel like I shouldn't be here conversations. Well, your cousins have been here for 6 hours. So it's just a big... Now she needs to reconcile with her daughter because... It's also probably old if the mom's been buying it for forever. Training montage. Does she also now know Kung Fu? Well, she got her signature bigger hands for a minute. I guess that was a hint. I don't know. We have sharp daggers. Oh, heck yeah. You get a vest? Hope it has pockets. Uh-oh. I feel like they couldn't make this better if they tried. Well, I'm sure they could, but like it's like stereotype thing. Stereotype thing. Must use the smoke to your advantage. They're like immortal. Is this guy immortal? I don't think so. Maybe he is. Maybe that's her grandpa. Great grandpa? I don't know. We got a sweet car chase. What are these called? Wagon chases? I know there's a name for these like smaller car things. You think? Don't need to be told what to do. Carts? Are they called carts? I don't know. They're like the little taxis. Wow, whoever made this was like really banking on some like early 90s action scenes. Use your powers. Oh, it's like I wrote this thing. She made her foot into a big foot. I think we've established that the carts are not fast enough. Oh, but they're now being chased by another cart, so maybe we can get away? Oh no, guy I just met. Sensei man. Oh, now we got the muscle guy going after him. Is there going to be some John Woo doves while we're at it? They're behind the truck. Well, they hid in the truck. Whoops. Aw, man. The guy's just trying to make a living. You just really messed him up. Where are they running to? They're just running away? That face, though. Do some like Assassin's Creed stuff. Take to the rooftops or something, man. Now they're actually doing what I said. Suggesting to go high. Oh no, he did not just do that. What's the point of revealing the face? Did he just Obi-Wan Kenobi himself? He was not gone. Oh, this is a setup for a scene. If I've ever seen one. This is where we make our stand. I would love if like Nick Fury walked out or someone dumb. What is... I'm not gonna... Are they gonna say like some trash like Kamala was the one who led the grandma to her dad that night or something? Or Kamala's grandma to her dad. That's what I meant. So I feel like the whole point of this is just for Kamala to be the one that is the stars that they were talking about. Because essentially she just went back in time, right? Or she's reliving this moment. For what purpose? I'm gonna check to see if there's some post credit something. Doesn't look like it, but I'm gonna let it play for a couple minutes. Let's see, just jump ahead a little bit. Make the sacrifice. Wait for it. No. Okay, there was nothing there. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the timer. Turn off our episode time code. Wow. I don't have any words. Don't know what to say. Okay. Gotta pull up my grades. Cause wow. Where'd my ratings go? There we go. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and go pure gut feeling. I'm not gonna even think about it. For the most part, I'm gonna go ahead and give this episode. I know this is just jumping into it, but I really don't even know what else to think. Let me know your grade in the chat out of 10 if you did complete the episode with me. Would love to hear from you. But the grade that I'm going to give it is going to be, once again, a 6 out of 10. Now, this is the same grade that I gave last episode. But I feel like they are for different reasons. That this one got a 6, that the last one got a 6. So, last episode... actually, they're kind of the same. So, last episode, we got a lot of good cultural moments. And this one, I feel like we got a lot of good cultural moments. I felt like seeing Pakistan and like the culture with, you know, the grandma's house, even going back in time to seeing this trying time in their history, was very interesting and cool. I like seeing the different, you know, areas. I thought the little secret assassin society, Red Daggers, was kind of interesting, but it was also very stereotypical in terms of like a movie and story perspective, not necessarily in terms of the perspective of the Pakistani, because I genuinely don't know if that's even a thing. But like the pacing was extremely weird. And it's the same thing that kind of happened last week. Like I felt like this episode was very slow with a lot of why Kamala's in Pakistan with her family. The fact that she got there so quickly from last episode seemed very rushed and abrupt. That didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. The fighting and like all of that stuff was extremely cliche and kind of just bleh for me. Like I didn't feel like it was any real tension or like good action sequences. I felt like it served for the moment. It kind of just was there for a bit of a time filler and to make us feel like there was something at stake. But we still are in the same spot we're in last episode. The danger's coming, but why? What is the purpose of the bangle? Why is she now seeing in the past, or why was she now possibly in the past? I'm still going to put my money on that Kamala was the stars that guided her grandma to her great-grandfather that night on the train. I feel it in my bones that that's what's going to happen. Because the bangle just works differently and time works differently, and I feel like this is an interesting story, but like it's just the way that it's being told is very strange and off-putting. And I don't know if that's a cultural thing. I don't know if they're just trying to bring a little bit more exposure and respectfulness to the Pakistani, which if they are, they're nailing that aspect. But when it comes to the Miss Marvel, the hero stuff, you've already changed her powers. You've already changed a good majority of things about the character. Why are we going in? What's the direction we're going in? The threat, I don't understand. Like, they're coming after her for the bangle, but why? I mean, I feel like they tried to explain it with the Red Daggers, that they're trying to merge the worlds so they can quote-unquote go home type of thing, but why? Like, where were they this entire time? Were they there and then crossed back over? I feel like there's no sense to telling us a straightforward story for the sakes that they're trying to prolong this longer than it needs to be, as well as give us a lot more culture, which I'm happy about, but it's just for nothing. Like, I like the exposure, but I don't like the way that they're addressing the actual story. Like, I feel like the story of what's happening is very much taking a back seat to what they're trying to show from. I'm just saying the same words over and over, from like a cultural perspective. Like, I feel like it's the story just almost was as an afterthought. They were like, you know what, we want somebody more diverse. Great, I'm all for it. We want to show a culture that's very much either frowned upon or, you know, not seen in a very good light around the world. Great, go for it. But they're sacrificing all of that, which is fine, for losing us in the story. So they're showing us all these interesting things, but they're not telling us in a way that makes us care, makes us feel any sort of sense of danger. The fights are straight out of the 90s. That's the only way I can describe it. Like, that whole thing where they went into basically a set, because that didn't even feel like it was the rest of the action sequence, which was out on the streets. When they went into that little area, well, first they had the whole training. It wasn't training, but like the explanation of the two worlds and the Red Dagger sort of secret society room thing. That was like straight out of the maybe early 2000s. But then once they got into the street fight, and then that moved into, I don't even know what to call it, the interior fight with all the blankets, that was 100% a set. Like, and then they like did like their little poses, like they're back to back, and they did like the two characters like jumped out of the fabric on the clotheslines thing in a very like Ninja Turtles way. And like the fight between her and the Red Dagger kid, and the Red Dagger kid taking her to his friend's beach spot for what? I don't know. It's a very confusing show. I still don't know where we are. As of episode 2, I still don't know where we are. What direction are we going? Like, I feel like they're dancing around a story for the sakes of trying to prolong this. This probably could have been 3 episodes. It could have been an extra miniseries if you took out some of the, lack of a better phrase, filler of what's going on, and just told us what, if you took out all of that stuff and just left the pure story of how Kamala is getting her powers, her interaction with it, and how she's going to figure out how it's used, or what is the purpose of it, and the danger. You could probably cut it down to 4 episodes, but they need to prolong that. And I really need them to pick up the pace and get to it, because I genuinely don't see a future for this show, and I want there to be a future for this show, because it's actually interesting from a lot of different areas that isn't the normal Marvel formula. And I want them to dig deeper into that. But Phase 4 has been a very up and down. Phase 4 with Moon Knight, with obviously now Ms. Marvel, a couple other movies. Like, unless it's the big name like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and even then sometimes these stories aren't necessarily getting more, like, they're relying very heavily on team-up stuff. But what I like about Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight is that it focuses back on a singular character, like what we did with Iron Man, with Captain America, with Thor, even though that wasn't as well received. Like, I think that's why people don't like these shows as much, because they're used to the Marvel formula. They saw all the original origin characters of the main Avengers prior to the Avengers, and then after that everything was connected. But now we're getting back to the square one, where we have to talk about the characters to build it up back to that Infinity War Endgame level event. But nobody seems to care, and I think that their execution could be better for some of it. I don't know if it's timing. I don't know if it's just whatever the case may be, but there's a long way to go. For Marvel, in my opinion, but I want to like the show more than I do. I like the show for not the superhero stuff. The weakest aspect is the superhero stuff and the action and the stuff that you want to see from these properties. It's really, really weak. And if they want this to come into a season 2, or however she's going to be involved in Captain Marvel, which, oh man, I forgot that. So she's going to be involved in something later. If they want us to care, if they want us to be excited about it and get people to go see it, because Captain Marvel already was kind of poorly received, but if they wanted to bring that back full circle, we're really going to have to ramp it up. There's got to be something that's going to get us over the hill and excited again. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. Yeah, 6 out of 10's probably a little high for the last 2 episodes, but I'm going to stick by it. I still enjoy what I saw. Let's turn that off. So let's predict for next week. Something's got to happen, man. I don't know. I'm back at square one. Same spot I was last week. What's going to happen? No idea. I hope it's a good episode. I hope to see you there during the live stream. I hope to have a good time with you. Because you want to make sure you hang out with me. Hit like, subscribe, ring that bell notification. Don't miss out on any future videos or live streams, because they will continue to get better. Well, the live streams are fine. They're fun. I enjoy those. But the episodes, they can be hit or miss. But we'll still have a good time. So if you want to hang out with me, I appreciate it. And like I said before, if you do want to come by, hang out, say hello, you will be entered into the drawing for a $50 gift card at the end of the Miss Marvel streams. So if you want a chance for that, and Young Pressure, you're in first place for this episode. You're in first place for entering drawings. Thank you so much for joining me. To anybody else out there, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, ring the bell notification, follow us across all social media platforms at Nerdgenic. And we're going to have a lot of videos upcoming. Like I said, Ash has got videos, Russ has got videos, I've got my weekly History of series. We're speaking of, if you want even more video content from us, be sure to check out these videos on screen. Like that History of playlist, which includes characters from Miss Marvel, including Miss Marvel herself. So if you want to check that out, you most certainly can. Or check out some of these awesome video game reviews from Russ that recently dropped. He's got another one upcoming, which I'm super excited about. I don't have time for games, but he makes these games sound extra compelling, and I want to play them. So make sure to check out that video right over here. But other than that, thank you so much for joining me. I've been your resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Sorry, I lost my button. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Peace.